Hey, what's up everyone? George here. Welcome to another live product research video where I go through massive price lists and find what we can resell on Amazon for a profit. Now, normally list this size, this list was actually 8,800 UPCs. When we put it through Astro, we came up with around 2,700 ASINs that we can actually buy. Now, normally something this size usually probably takes around 5, maybe even sometimes even 15 hours to go through. Our goal is to actually come up with a purchase order in less than 30 minutes. We want to have something ready to just send off to our supplier. Whatever the purchase order size is and what the projected profit is, I'm going to put it in the description of this video. So I'm just going to get started this time, and I'm not going to explain what each Astro feature does. I'm just going to get right into it. If you want to know what they do, you can visit the website and you can see what they do, or you can actually visit some of my previous videos. So I'm just going to jump right into this one. Now, we've overridden the buy box on the ones that have no buy box with the 90-day average. So we'll just get started and start filtering. So the first filter I like to do is the Astro score, which is an average of all the other scores. So we don't we only get the best of the best. So we want to see every ASIN that has either good or excellent score. So nothing that's average or below. Next, there are a few IP issue ASINs. There's a few stuff here. So this one here, the brand is a seller. So we want to avoid some of the ones that have any IP issues. So we're going to remove anything that's a high threat or a medium threat. We're going to remove them. So only consider low and below, and obviously no threat. Next, I don't want to see too many ASINs where Amazon is heavily in stock. So I only want ASINs that are less than 50% Amazon in stock. And I don't want to see any ASINs that there's only one FBA seller. So there must be more than one FBA offer, because usually those ASINs the sellers might have exclusive rights. So you probably want to avoid them just to avoid issues. Next, in terms of profit and ROI and all those types of things, my criteria usually is at least $1 profit. So I'll just go ahead and put that. So profit to be more than $1. I want ROI to be more than 50%. Well, let's drop that to 40. More than 40%. And I want the sales volume. I want at least 200 sales per month. So in the last 30 days, I want it to be more than or equal to 200. So 200 and above is what we're going to see. And let's go ahead and hit apply filters. Let's see how many we come up with. Obviously, if there are too many results or too few results, if there are too many results, for example, we can just increase our criteria, maybe take the ROI up to 50%, the dollar up to $1.50, for example. If there are too few, might drop the criteria, maybe drop it down to 35% ROI and maybe 100 sales per month and above. But I think we'll probably come up with plenty from this list, and let's see what we come up with actually. All right, so we have 38 items. So when you see a lot of green, you know that it's good. You got good stuff here. So a lot of profit. This one here, 420% ROI. Obviously, that's not reasonable. Let's take a look at this product. It is a 6-pack, so $2.10. We're only counting it as 1 unit, so let's go ahead and type in 6 over there. Is it still profitable? Barely. 83 cents is not really profitable. I'm just going to quickly go through this list. Another very high one here, 134%. It's a 2-pack and it's not being counted as a 2-pack. I just want to see our supplier's details. Doesn't come as a 2-pack. The description from our supplier is spearmint fluoride free toothpaste, and there's 2 tubes from the ASIN. So let's go ahead and type in the number 2 there. Okay, so no, it's only 27% ROI. So it's actually good. It's actually good overall, because 27% ROI and 800 sales is heaps, so you'll end up with heaps. But what I do see is the brand is actually a seller. So I'm just going to click on the offers over here on all these, and you can see that, look, Epic Dental is selling this product. But even though Epic Dental, it's the same name as the brand and they're the seller, they are selling it. There are other FBA sellers. So these guys here are selling it. These guys are selling it as well. So that's why you might be able to consider some of these ASINs. Anyway, let's just jump in and see what we can actually start buying. All right, let's go back to the top. Okay, so the first one, RUVED. Okay, RUVED. Let's look at the chart and all the information. So in terms of the chart data, let's just get the big chart up. The data looks good. The break even is all the way low, and the buy box is very high. So there's a nice gap between the buy box and the break even. There's no chance of selling this product at a loss at the price that we're getting it at. So that's fine. In terms of sellers, there's a bit of Amazon, and it looks like there's one seller dominating the listing. Let's just go back to the offers. So yeah, over the last 30 days, 15% Amazon, 69% some other seller. Take that to 90, even more. This one seller seems to be dominating this listing. For that reason, I'm gonna pass on this one. So I'm not gonna go look at that one. Let's go to the next one. So this next one also has 2 FBA sellers. Let's check it out. So Sun Warrior, the same name as the brand, Apex Mode and Sun Warrior. Let's check out this data here, 81%. So it looks like there's one seller again dominating this listing. So I'll probably, even though it looks like a very comfortable product, in terms of profit and sales volume, it looks good. $12.58 times 167 sales, that's heaps. I'll still probably avoid because it looks like there's one seller dominating this listing. If that's the case for a lot of these ones, might have to avoid all these ones here. Ridgecrest, it seems like Ridgecrest. There you go. They're selling the product. Whenever you see the little circle around the triangle, the IP triangle, that means that it's the brand is selling the product, and you can see that right there. And if there are not many sellers, you probably want to avoid them. But let's just check out the 90. So there's a bit of a more of an even spread on this third one. Let's just check out the chart and see how many historically how many offers there are. So they've jumped up to 5 over here. Lately, it's only been 3, 4. You can see one of the things that you need to see on a listing like this. You need to click on this plus and see if you can actually list it. It takes you to your Seller Central Add Product section with this ASIN inserted. So if you click on that, then you'll be able to see if you can actually sell it or not. I'll probably think you won't, but I will include it because the data is not that bad, but I will check that later. So next one, again, this is 2 sellers. These ones are they're a bit risky, I would say. When there's only 2 sellers, you probably don't want to go into those ones, even though the profit is very high sales per month and high sales per month considering the competition. But yeah, on a lot of these, you probably want to avoid these ones because they look like they're ASINs that are dominated by a couple sellers that have exclusive rights to the brand. So yeah, I'll probably avoid that one too. Let's go to this one. 4 sellers. Okay, so this one looks actually a bit better. There's 4 sellers. It looks like we can actually jump in there and get involved in this one. Let's check this one out in higher detail. So over the last 30 days, this seller has been dominating the buy box. Let's just expand that to 90 days. A bit more of an even spread. If you take it to 6 months, it's actually quite even. So this one's actually all right. Going over to the chart now, I do see that it's dropped below our break even a couple times. If they're FBM sellers when it's low, that's okay. So yeah, from what I'm seeing here is a bit of, sometimes the FBA price drops down to $9.17, not that often, but a lot of other times it's up high. It might be a tad risky. What's the break-even strength score? If it's yellow, it's green. Okay, so it's a 4. There's a bit of a drop here as well in sellers in the offers right there. Bit of profit as well. $2.80 times 134. That's around $300+ worth of profit monthly if we were to get into this one. The only thing I don't like about it is that the chart seems to drop a bit below our break even a couple times. It's done it a few times over this last month. Over the last 3 months. I'm gonna have to pass on this one because I don't like what I'm seeing right there. See, all this period here, if it was an FBM seller only, I would get into it, but you see they're FBA sellers and they list it low. In this period here, it's an FBM seller getting into the buy box. So from January all the way up until now, there you see another FBA seller at $9.17. So yeah, I'm going to avoid this one because you don't want to have to compete against FBA sellers that are listed below your break-even strength price. So I'm going to have to pass on that one too. This one has 5 sellers. Let's check out the quick view. Okay, so there's a good spread on the buy box. It's not, you don't see one seller dominating it, so that's fine. It's spread across evenly. Nova distribution, okay. Oh, the break-even strength is real strong, very, very strong. Nice up and down motion with the offers. So that shows me that it sells off often. Maybe they don't have much in stock, so it doesn't look like there's any IP issues and they're kicking out a lot of sellers. It looks just like that they're selling off often. The profit's very high, a bit too high. So that is one little suspicious thing. There's no indication of it being a multi-pack. So it does. There's no product description for this one. There's bullet points. It doesn't say anywhere that it's a 3-pack or anything like that. It comes as a 1-pack. It's a bit too profitable, but worth looking into from our supplier just to make sure we have the correct pricing. But that's definitely a positive one in my opinion. Next, Sun Warrior. I think the brand's selling this one, so let's avoid that one. This is North American, okay, North American Herb and Spice. Okay, Super Strength Oregano. Okay, yep. All right, it's the right product. Looks good. Some nice green colors here. 44% ROI. Pro Solutions for You, Atrium Plaza. Okay, the very nice spread of the buy box. Let's just check out the 90-day spread. Nice spread evenly. No one seller dominating the buy box. Comfortably above the break-even line, so that looks very good too. Share of the last, there's a lot of sales, so 800 sales overall. Considering the contenders, there are 4, so 160 sales per month. That times $9, that's plenty of profit. That's a nice one. No IP issues, nothing like that. So looking at that one. This one, Ridgecrest, the brand selling the product, avoiding that one. This one, again, Shikai Products, brand selling the product, and they got 95% of the buy box in this last 30 days, so going to avoid that one too. All right, so this is Tea Tree. Yeah, this is a multi-pack. My prep on multi-packs jumps up to like $1.10. So I'm going to type in $1.10 there, and it's probably going to be, 33 cents is not something I'm interested in. What's this? Alois, 1-pack Alois chamomilla. Okay, 30 count. Great, looks good. Let's check out the data. So there are 2 sellers. That's a little bit of a red flag. Let's check out the chart information. So this one seller, so OTC, these guys, huge sellers. They got 63% of the buy box. Let's check out the last 90 days, no change. So the further back you go, the more they're dominating the buy box. The last 30 days, they've kind of been spreading it, evenly, not evenly, but this brand here has gone a bit more of that buy box. It's comfortably above the break even. Very high ROI, 74%, 29% margin, very good numbers. In the last 30 days, not too many have sold, around 200. So if we were to jump on and compete, we'd probably get maybe 100 sales if we're lucky. Let's just check out historically how many offers this product has. So 3. So it's been choppy. It's been up and down. It's not as if there's only 1 or 2 sellers. So that's a good indication. Yeah, I'm going to consider this one. It's quite profitable. Next, Herbal Clean. How many sellers? 4 sellers at the moment. Okay, let's look at this one. So this product sells at $38.95. Our product is $17.45, $8.98 profit. That's a decent amount of profit. Okay, so we see this Herbal Brands is selling this product and they got 92% of the buy box. So that's a bit of a red flag when they got so much of the buy box. So I just want to switch this. Yeah, I went all the way to the 180-day to see the buy box average, and it's still very high. They have a high percentage of the buy box. Doesn't look like they lose it much. So a product like this, if you do want to jump in, probably buy very few units. you know, especially when you see someone that's getting more than 70% of the buy box, you got to be a bit careful not to buy too many because you might have a hard time, especially if the sales volume's not there. But this one has very high sales volume, 1,000 units per month. Historically, there's been quite a few sellers. It's not as if there's only one or two sellers. There's been 4, 5, 6 sellers. So I might actually consider this one. I will consider this one. Sorry. So Herbal Clean. So the same brand as before. Let's check out the chart. That brand, the same brand as before, Herbal Brands, is selling this product as well. It's a bit of a, it's a bit hard to tell. You have to check out the brand. Just click on the brand and check them out to see if they have any exclusive rights to this. But I do see other FBA sellers as well on these products. So maybe it's okay. So nice break-even chart. The break-even line is nice on the chart. It's comfortably below the buy box. There's plenty of profit in this product. Looking at that distance there, that gap, how big it is. If we're selling it before July or June of last year, it would have been a loss. So that's a bit that's something you might want to think about. But for me, my criteria is if it's been profitable for the last 3 to 4 months, it's a good product. Continue looking at it. But if it's only been profitable for the last 2 or 3 weeks, no, avoid it. Get something else. This one, I'm gonna add this one to our shortlist as well. Let's move along. 55% ROI, 35% Amazon. How many sellers? 4 FBA sellers. And 4 sellers within buy box contention, or 5. 4 of them are FBA. So this seller is selling it both via FBA and FBM. Interesting. This number here, the 55%, it's not 55 plus 55. It's the same seller, so they're getting 55% of the buy box in general, and the remaining is spread out amongst the other sellers. So they've been selling it both FBA and FBM for a while. But there are other sellers, but I don't see them getting any of the buy box. So, I don't see them getting any of the buy box. So I'm going to skip this one. Okay, let's check out this one. This one doesn't have very high sales volume. 200 sales. The profit is it's a bit low. Like the ROI is decent, but the profit's a bit low. The buy box sits comfortably above the break-even line, except for these periods here where where an FBM seller tends to drop the price to very low, like $6, and so yeah, they're always FBM sellers. When this price goes very low, it's always an FBM seller, so we don't have to worry about them too much. So in terms of break-even strength, it is excellent. It's fine. Sales volume is quite low, so $1.82 times 50 units, it's not over $100, and my criteria is to make it at least $100 per ASIN that I sell, so I'm skipping that one. Next is this one here, 5 sellers, good amount of profit, 49%, it's good. Nice spread of the buy box. From what I see, there's a huge drop there. You see right there, the offers, it drops quite abrupt, but not in the way where it would drop if there was some type of IP alert or sellers like being restricted from this ASIN. So it looks like it's selling off naturally, just due to high sales and people running out of stock. And it does have high sales volume, so 1,000. It's got 8,400 sales rank. So it's a high seller. It is part of a variation, but it seems okay. Amazon's not in stock. Seems like a good product to sell. $11.83 is obviously a lot of profit times the share of sales. It's heaps. So yeah, I'm going to consider that one. Let's move further down. So these, if they don't have many sellers, yeah, these are all, the brand is selling these products. So this one, yeah, and you see when you up the when you increase the buy box one to see the date, so if you see that the brand is getting higher and higher amount of percentage, that kind of means that it's not looking good. Yeah, so you might want to avoid a lot of these ones, especially if there's only two or three sellers. Yeah, so I'm avoiding all these ones where the brand is a seller. Let's go to this one here. Okay, so this seller here, Pacific Resources International, they have a high percentage of the buy box one. Let's just, if this decreases as we go up, might want to consider it, but let's just look at the details. So 59% ROI, $9.99, $2.51 worth of profit. The buy box has always been above the break-even line, so that's good. The break-even strength is excellent. Now the sales isn't too high, 67 sales per month for us as our share. Overall, 200 sales plus per month. It is over $100 worth of profit, 59% ROI. There is, over the last 30 days, this one seller has been dominating the buy box, but not overall. So that just shows me that they have a lot more stock over the last month compared to the other sellers. Looking at the offers, there's been average offers 5 over the past year. So it's not as if there's only 1 or 2 sellers been selling on this product. So I will consider this one. There it is. These one brand is a seller. Let's just check that out. So they're selling, the brand is a seller as an FBM seller. Yeah, that's a very clear way to see it, to know to avoid them. If you take the buy box to check out the last 180 day who's been dominating the buy box, and the brand, there's one seller that increases rather than decreases, you probably want to avoid that ASIN. Let's check this one out as well. So Med Natura is the brand, and they're selling it and they're increasing, so we're going to avoid them as well. What's this one? Innate, 2 sellers only. That's okay. We didn't bring the name didn't come through on this ASIN, so let's just go ahead and check them out. Just clicked on, okay, Vita Pro. Just checking out the brand name. It's not Vita Pro, so it's okay. Let's check out the chart. Okay, so the buy box is being spread evenly. The chart is very, in terms of the buy box, it's very good. Like buy box, and the break-even line is way low, so very, very profitable. High sales. Just got to check if you can actually sell, and yeah, it's a good one, very good one. No reason not to buy it. This one here, Heritage Storage Black Seed Oil. 45% ROI. Break even looks good. Offers look okay. So let's move this down to 90 days, 45%. So yeah, that's a good one. This is a good product. This seller here, Healthway Shop, seems to be dominating the buy box a bit. As you go to the 180 days, they seem to have a larger share of the buy box, but that seems okay in my opinion. They don't have the same name as the brand, so seems okay the way I see it. Sales are high, profits high. Yeah, going to consider this one as well. Okay, this one's a 2-pack. Looking at the product, just checking out the supplier's description. Super Crystal Refill. Is this a mismatch? I don't see anything that says Super Crystal Refill in the supplier's title. Let's just check out these details here. Yeah, there is nothing indicating that this Super Crystal Refill. So this is a mismatch. This ASIN's been mismatched, so it's not right. The UPC is mismatched. Heritage Store, okay. There's 41% ROI. These guys again dominating the buy box. If that number increases, yeah, I'm avoiding these guys as well. Buddha Teas, 2 sellers. Yeah, when it's the brand selling the product and Amazon, you should definitely avoid. biotone. Good profit, 100% ROI. That's a nice one. Very high, like very big gap between the buy box and the break even line. 500 sales per month considering the competition, 1,000 sales overall. Yeah, this is good. Let's just check out the buy box one details. Okay. Looks good, looks good. Okay, let's go ahead and mark this one as well. I'm going to avoid Buddha teas, like if it's, especially if it's only 2 sellers. Yep, going to avoid that one. Okay, let's check out this one. Nice amount of profit, $7.13. Looks good. 40 sales, a bit low, but 40 times $77. That's above $100. That's, what is that? 40 times 7. That's $280 worth of profit. Yep, that's a lot of profit. Gonna look at that one for sure. High ROI, break-even strength looks good. So this seller is really dominating this listing over the last 30 days. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, no, we're going to avoid this one. Not going for this one. Their share of the buy box is way too high. Buddha teas again. If it's just Amazon and them, going to avoid it. There's another FBM seller, but who cares? No, just going to avoid it. Yeah. This is a pack of 2, $8.98. Let's go ahead and type in the 2 right there. So no longer profitable. And this is what is this? Okay. So that looks strange. The FBA is going up and down. Look at that. Okay. So, but anyway, it's profitable overall. It wasn't profitable over here. The profit was a bit less over this period, but overall it's quite profitable. Let's check out the buy box percentage one. 54% from that one seller, 200 sales per month considering the competition, Astro score of 4. Okay, yeah, it looks good. It looks good. I'm going to consider this one as well. So how many? We have 12 products selected. Let's go ahead and add these to a short list, and we'll call it live product research video 3. So we're creating a short list. And now we're adding these products to that shortlist. All right, let's go ahead and open up our shortlists and see what we can actually buy and what this order will look like. Okay, now I'm going to go over this again. Now we went through this list around 20 minutes, 25 minutes maybe. So we found all these products. Now we're going to actually come up with a purchase order. When you're buying a product for the first time, always do a test order. I'm going to say this every time I do a video. Always do a test order. Buy between 30 and 60 units. Don't buy more. If it's a very, very cheap product like $1, maybe you might consider buying 120 units. But if it's expensive, if you're buying something that costs $50, you probably only want to buy 6 units or 12 units maybe. Why? Because you don't want to put your money at risk. You want to test the products first, make sure that they're good. There's nothing wrong with them. There's no IP issues that haven't been detected. You can actually add the ASIN. Sometimes you might be able to add the ASIN, but you might not be able to send it into FBA. There are many different reasons. Maybe you made a mistake. You're buying the wrong product. You might start getting some customer complaints. So there's many different reasons that you don't want to go too heavy on some ASINs, okay? But if you can confirm they're good, if you know they're good, if they have high ROI, maybe you can start ordering more. But in general, try to only buy between 30 and 60 units of ASINs that you're buying for the very first time. Don't go overboard. But having said that, this is a video and I'm trying to show some nice numbers. So I'm going to buy the maximum amount applicable according to what the numbers say for this, just to come up with a nice purchase order, something that is nice and impressive that I can put in the title. So let's go ahead and start writing these numbers down. So usually sellers, suppliers sell in boxes of cases of 6 or 12. So I'm just going to go in multiples of 6 or 12. So this one says it recommends 200. So I'm going to get 180. And let's start forming an order. This one is 250. We'll just go for 240. This is 100. We'll just go for 96. This one, the brand is a seller. I might remove this one if it's, let me just check it out again. Yeah, I'm not going to buy that one. Even though it's good, I'm not going to buy that one. Let's go to the next one. 160 sales. So we'll just buy 120, 130, 240, 130, 132, 144. Yeah, we'll get 144 of those. Next, 160, we'll get again 144. Get 180 of these. $480 of these. $60. $60 again. $120. $240, and last one, 1,000. Okay, we're not going to get 1,000 of something, so let's just get 600. All right, so what does this order look like? 2,544 units, $31,000 worth of profit, $1,500 is the prep. Goods plus prep is 32 grand. Revenue 76 grand. Profit 21 grand. It's a big one. So margin 28. ROI 65%. Cool. So that's it. That's the end of this video. Now all I have to do is download the data, send it off to my supplier. Send off obviously only the data where the supplier details are in there, the supplier details and the quantity. Send it off to my supplier, see what they say, what they have available, what's restricted. Also, probably want to add all these ASINs to your inventory. Make sure I can sell them. I want to see that that's all good. And if everything's okay, yeah, go ahead and make the order. Make the order, get the stuff, send it off to Amazon, make the profit. All right, that's the end of the video. If you want a link to check out Astro, it's in the description below. If you have any questions, you can find me on Telegram. I'm very active there, so go to the Telegram group. It's again in the description below. You can contact me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye, guys.